All right, hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So if you've ever seen our Escalade third row down firing box, people love that thing. They love the fact that one, it fits, two, they can still throw stuff on it, and three, that it's removable. Well, like always, we get clients that want us to push the limits. So we have a client with a gorgeous white 2026 Escalade, and he has a third row. He has two 12-inch L7s in a ported enclosure that came out of his previous vehicle. Well, he would like that in this vehicle and keep his third row. So not a small feat, right? So he brought it in, and we're doing our R&D, right? Basically, we're researching it and figuring out how to make it work. So this is the template for our other Escalade enclosure. And then this is the physical amount of space we have. This is the back, we'll show you in the vehicle. This is the back seat. There's a drop off because there's some modules and things that live here. And then this is the actual tailgate of the truck. So, and then there's a step here. If you've seen any of our other videos, it kind of locks it in place, but there's a step, and the enclosure goes around it. So what I did is I made a jig, because I know I'm gonna get the call. Can you fit X? Can you fit X? So this way I have a master template of, okay, this is the total amount of physical space I have in the car. And we did the math, and lots of math, chicken scratches, scribbles, but it's math, okay? In order to figure out the correct airspace. So we finally settled on, we're gonna do about 1.7 per driver. That's a lot of airspace per 12. So 1.7 gross. It's about 1.6 net per woofer. So again, this is the physical profile of this subwoofer. So we build it so that it's a lot easier to hold this up than it is to hold that up. So we can also verify that, like, if this corner was really close, I could see exactly how close I can get. So now this woofer will live here, and if you can see all the crazy math, and then we build a rib. So if you look, this rib goes in here. This will be the top of the enclosure. That will be the back of the enclosure, the front of the enclosure, and the face, or the bottom. That's a lot of angles. If you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all your outside angles. So that's a ton of angles but this is how we get our gaps to be perfect. It's much easier to work in smaller pieces than to try and cut a piece and put it together and cut it, and you're holding, this thing's it's gonna be 48 inches wide. So imagine trying to hold up 48, well, here you go. So imagine this, you're trying to hold this, and make sure that your seams are perfect. It's not gonna happen, right? But if you do it this way, it allows you to make sure and verify that, look at, your seams are literally perfect, right? So then when I assemble it, there's no huge gaps that you're just filling the giant gap, If you've seen any of our other videos, you remove the little storage tray, which is this one right here. And all this has is under here, there's these little screw-in holds down that hold this tray in the vehicle. But then you can literally just remove it. 2 screws and the thing pops right out. And then if you can see the seat, this is that notch. See how it's raised here? So we build the enclosure to sit flat on the floor and then go right above the plastic notch, right? And then if you can see, we're right to the top here. I mean, technically we could go all the way to here, but right now we're currently, again, this is just a template. I can go all the way to this seam line of where the bottom panel meets the upper panel. But this is that module that I was telling you about. So if you see, That's why the enclosure has this. Otherwise, we could go all the way down. But we're doing it in order just to clear this module. So we want to make it as simple as possible. So this way we can do that. And technically you'd be like, well, can't you just relocate that damn thing? Technically, yes, you can, but we like to do things in a way that it's easily reversible. So everything that we're doing is easily reversible. Literally, the box comes out, you unplug a PowerWorks connector, put the tray back in, put the two little nubs, you're done. No relocating. The only time we relocate something is if there's no choice. The client wants something, and in order to make that happen, we must relocate something. But other than that, everything that we do, we try to do it in a way that it can be reversed within a few minutes or a few hours. So the new enclosure will go to, this line will be the top of our new enclosure. So we have all this extra space, but for airspace, we only need up to right here. And that gives us plenty of airspace. This is the original enclosure. So imagine trying to get that thing in there with the third row. Not gonna happen, right? So this will allow him to have his two L7s with the third row. All right. So, because I know I'm gonna get the question. Assuming, depending on the 15, yeah, I said 15, you can get a 15 behind the third row. So if you look at that, it is about 15 3/4 edge to edge there. And again, depending on the way the woofer is tapered, it will fit. And we can go higher to get more airspace. So you could, in essence, fit 215 down firing in this enclosure if you wanted to. Now the enclosure would be the entire back of the truck, most likely. We'd have to do the math for the airspace, and it also depends on the driver, but you can get 215s in there. We're checking to make sure that width-wise it fits, it follows the angle of the seat. That's why the box has that pitch on the back of it. And then also that the woofers are gonna fit. And if you look under here, you can see that this is the part we're worried about, because we're worried about the woofer hitting this plastic panel when you know the music is going. So we want to check all that. And the nice thing about it is we can adjust our stilts or our feet in order to bring it up or down, but I think that that's a perfect height. And it still technically gives you a little bit of space to put grocery bags, nothing crazy. But the nice thing again with these enclosures is that you can unplug it and remove it. So if you needed to take a trip, you can unplug it, throw the storage box back in it, or unplug it, fold the seats down and do your thing. So everything still works 100%. We're not interfering with anything. I mean, it fits perfect. And so here we can shut the gate, and then I'm gonna show you through the glass. If you look in here, still need the front of the box. So this will be 3/4 of an inch further forward, because I need, this piece is still missing, and then I have a top piece. But I just wanted to show you. So we still have a little room between the box and the tailgate, but not a whole lot. So one of the other things that we do is, this is our window braces. You know, on a lot of our enclosures, we do these window braces, and it's basically where the woofers are. We want that as solid as humanly possible. So 2 reasons. So we always go to the edge because the edge is straight, and this is, I mean, that thick, right? So that acts as a brace. Then we do a center brace, and we put the woofers close together because that acts as a brace. And once the woofers are bolted in, they're in essence braced this way. The woofer almost acts as a brace for the rest of the enclosure. So it just makes it really structurally solid, which just means more bass. We're going to be doing these Cadillac logos. I mean, those logos can be anything you want, but just wanted to show you there's still some details. We're gonna trim these feet so that they kind of disappear. And then obviously we'll carpet it. So as you can see, it's two 12W7s, which is insane, right? Because you're still gonna be able to fit that with the third row of the vehicle. Plus, we added the Cadillac Escalade logo with the brand new shield on it. Again, just to kind of tie it in and make it look as if it could have came with the vehicle, right? So every time we do something like this, we want it to look as if it could have came with the car. So the other thing that we did, because we get this request so often, is so this will work from a 2015 to a 2020 Escalade, right? The normal, not the ESV, because the ESV, the trunk area is actually longer. This is for your standard Cadillac Escalade. But what we did is I needed to do all the math to figure out the amount of airspace regardless. So what I ended up doing is I did a template of the entire cavity. This is all the airspace I have in that vehicle from the bottom. This is the door sill right here, see, door sill. This is our spacer, because when you have the 12s, they do have quite a bit of excursion, and you want to make sure that they're not going to bottom out and hit the floor, right? So this can be adjusted depending on the woofers. And we have a different one for our normal 210 down firing, right? But you can see this is all the space, and so we can figure out all of our airspace. And then this is the tailgate itself. So the tailgate itself, that's, hold on. This is the tailgate itself, so it's our absolute limit, right? But so if anybody calls me and says, hey, can I fit 3 12s? Can I fit 4 12s? Can I fit 4 10s? Whatever they want, we can actually build an enclosure for that and still fit it with the third row. Believe it or not, we can actually fit 2 15s. Obviously, the more airspace we need, the higher the enclosure gets, right? So this is the amount of airspace that we needed for the 12W7 sealed. We're running about 1.65 per driver. So we can get the most out of them. The client actually came from a 212 ported enclosure, a kicker ported enclosure. We'll show you that in a second. But he wanted it sealed and he wanted it to fit in the back of the Escalade. Now, obviously, could we have made it ported? Yes, but the enclosures would have been even bigger. So right now, the enclosure sits about this far below the window. So technically, you can still pop the glass and still put groceries and things on top of it. Obviously not a ton, and they're gonna be, kind of in your back window, but you can still do it because he still wants the functionality of the third row. He's got a big family. He can't lose his third row, but he also can't lose his base. And as always, we love our PowerWorks connectors, so we always do this with every box that we do. We give you the connector on the box, and then we give you a long whip of wire so you can run it straight to your amplifier. So this is the enclosure that came out of his previous car. So that was sure as heck not gonna fit in the Escalade with the third row. So that's why we ended up redoing the enclosure and redesigning it in order to fit it in the back of the Escalade. And obviously, if you see, it's basically end to end. So it takes up all the space. The seats still fully function. So if you needed to, you could, put the seats down, and you'd obviously have to put the stuff over the enclosure, right? The other nice thing is, watch your head. You could pop the trunk. You could still put groceries, tools, golf clubs, whatever, right up on here. And you still have a good amount of space, obviously. This is now your new floor. If you look down here, you can see the woofers. These are the 12 L7s, and we have about 1.25 inches from the door sill to the surround, and we have about 2 inches to the actual floor. But the woofer is as far back as possible to keep it away from the door sill, so it's more over the floor than it is the door sill itself. But we also have more than enough space for the base to travel and get out of from under the enclosure. So with the help of my buddy Steve, we designed and made this logo. So it's the new Cadillac shield with the Cadillac Escalade. And the reason we did that was to break up the box. So it is a big box. Our typical box is only about yay tall. And so we put a small logo down the center, which kind of helps break it up. But this one being so tall and so wide, we wanted to go with something a little bigger and more spread out. And then if you look, where we got our ideas from is, again, we always try to follow lines. So this is the shield. This is the opposite of that shield. So if you see it, it kind of contours with this edge, right? And then it just extends it out. And basically this wing is out here and this is the reverse. So that's why it kind of looks like it's blended together and it's one design. If somebody wanted to and they didn't care about trunk space, whatever, we could technically go all the way to the seam line. I mean, we could go taller, but ideally you probably wouldn't want to go any past the seam line because then you'd be above the window. Now, obviously the seats are higher than the window anyway, so if you wanted to, you could, but I think physically, I probably would not go any higher than that. And as always, we put a PowerWorks connector, it's back here, and we give the client a whip so that they have it. So if you're interested in this enclosure, our other third row enclosure, or any other design, you can give us a text at 773-489-7469, or you can click the link below.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.